Check, 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 check. I don't know. I'm on my phone. It just keeps repeating. I don't know. I'm on my phone. It just keeps repeating. I don't know. I'm on my phone. It just keeps repeating. It just keeps repeating. I know, right? Technology. Technology's terrible. All right, you guys let me know if I start sticking again. We'll go ahead and run this out for the other 25 minutes. For the other 25 minutes. I'm not sure how many people we'll have on, but anyway. Cannonball Run 2. Woo, you're going way back. You're going way back. Cannonball Run. Showing your age a little bit. Oh man. 80s comedies, you know it. Living the 80s. Living the vida loca. All right. Not sure where we were. I lost all those chats, but yeah. Plan is to run Shake and Bake at least a couple more weeks. See if we can get the 9, the elusive 9. You saw if you watched the last video, we were at MIR. We were doing our best, doing our best, and we just wound up spinning. It was super super cold. You know, I can't blame MIR for that. It was so cold, so cold that day. Um, it was just hard to get traction. I'm watching my phone again to see if this happens. I'm watching my phone again to see. All right. So it seems to be running good. And what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I know we're a little late. I've been having some technical difficulties getting this up and running. Um, but Alex, I'm with you. I don't know if it'd be a 9, but the 10-3 blower run would have definitely been a 2 something. But if we could have hooked on the Giggle Juice, I think we would have had 9 at Cecil. I think it would have been pretty close. Oh, all right, Ant. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Until I run it, I'm going to keep saying I'm going to run it. And hopefully, me saying it enough times, I'll get the right run to make it happen. Yeah, White Knuckle, I could do that. I could definitely pull you down and 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 try and do it. Really, So my calculations, this is by my calculations now. I can only go to a 3.2 pulley from it's a 3.6 pulley now. I can go to a 3.2, max out the D1X at 62. I think it's 62,000, and it's only going to get me probably 2, maybe 3 pounds of boost. And I don't know if that's going to help me a whole lot because it's going to add a lot more heat. Um, it, Boost is a double-edged sword sometimes, especially when you start maxing out the blower and the blower starts creating that much more heat. Um, okay, the bottle to the intake, no doubt, Ed, no doubt. But yeah, we're gonna try again this weekend. If Mason, I don't think Cecil's gonna open on Saturday because they even sniff rain at Cecil, they cancel. So I don't think we'll get anything Friday or Saturday, at least right now, because it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, but they got something. Oh, they got that $250. Uh, what is it? Drag radial prep. $250. Oh. No, I just looked on Cecil. I thought it was the prep stuff. Yeah, you wrapped up what I was wrapped up what I was trying to say about the heat thing. Parasitic, yeah, parasitic loss and the heat. Just yeah. I'll look at Cecil again, but uh, yeah, if they're having an event, maybe that's they'll get better prep. Because I tell you, we didn't have any prep. They glued it the first time in the excuse me. They glued it first thing in the morning, glued it and drug it, and after that they didn't do any glue. It was all dragging, and it just got terrible. Yeah, they do have a testing tune on on the 25th, but it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain Friday and Saturday. So I'm looking at trying to go to Mason Dixon on Sunday, and see what happens. So that's the plan. Mason Dixon is usually is pretty good in their prep too. They're usually pretty good. So crossing my fingers. Uh, One of these days, I'm gonna go to the track and I'm not gonna have any issues, and we're gonna get that 9 run in. It's just I need, as I was saying earlier, I need that perfect day at the track to make it happen. Yeah, I've lost all faith in Capital, and we even said it in the chat. They're gonna go all out on the drifting events now because that's what made them the money that weekend was the car show and the drift event. Those were the two events that really made them the money. So I think you're right. I think the drag strip is gonna get neglected for the other money makers. Let's build drift cars. Hey, Cletus does it all, man. He does drifting and he does drag racing. I don't know about you, but I don't think I got the money to build a drift car and a drag car. Yeah, I don't have Cletus money, that's for sure. But everything's still coming across good. I hope so. It only took me 35 minutes to get it right. But yeah, I think we lost everybody because because I kept turning off and on. Yeah, we only got the three of you guys. At least that's what it says on my phone. But hey, I appreciate everyone, the three of you, sticking it out until I got back in, until I got everything straightened out. Just a chiller. Add a chiller. I am adding the chiller, but the problem is it's on the next build. Yeah, Hugh, it's really looking rough Friday and Saturday. Um, and if it goes too rains too late into Saturday, Mason Dixon will probably wind up canceling as well. But so I'm not really expecting to get any racing in this weekend. But like I said, I think the best possibility is Mason Dixon on Sunday. But I do got the MIR video coming. I'm gonna put it together now that I'm not in Florida or on my way to Florida. I'm gonna go ahead and put that video together probably tomorrow and get it up tomorrow night. But for the 3, 4, 5 people that are watching, I didn't get it. I didn't get it in MIR either. It's neat you're doing the chiller. I was wondering last week if the lowered. So it's not in now. None of that stuff is in now. That stuff is all for the new motor. So the Holly High Ram, the Tick intercooler for the Holly High Ram, the ice box, the pump, all that stuff is for the new motor. Alex, unless you're talking to Fu Manchu, he does have the IC chiller. But all my stuff on Instagram, that's all going into the new motor when the new motor goes in. So we're doing everything all at once this time. So we're putting the new motor in. I may look at getting a new cam. I'll think about that. Um, but the high ram, the interchange, the box, all that stuff goes in with the new setup. Yeah, Brandon, we're back, but now I'm just I'm digging at things to talk about to go for the next 14 minutes. But yeah, Fu Manchu runs the inner chiller, and hey, that thing, he's telling you 40-degree IATs on a full rip. That's chilling. That's chilling. Of course, it was 32 degrees, 32 to 34 degrees out there on the track. So, yeah, IATs were looking pretty good anyway. But yeah, so spoiler alert for you guys that are on here. I didn't get the 9 at MIR either. Um, I did get a personal best though. I did run 2 10 1s, and that was on juice spinning. So there you go, right? Spinning ain't winning, and spinning ain't getting no times either. So we're still in search for that 999 run. Yeah, you got a point. Definitely, Ant. Neither's breaking your diff. I got you, brother. I got you. All right. I just all the technical problems, and I got a few of y'all back, but I appreciate y'all standing by and bearing with me through all these technical technical difficulties we had. I definitely appreciate it, um, and I appreciate the support. Yeah, you do. You need it. You definitely need a brace for the diff. 100%. You need to come help me take these freaking spring spreaders off. That's for sure. Yeah, Brandon. If you're gonna get a diff brace, get the performance D DURS 100%. And you never. So you missed the beginning of the chat on why I'm not on my way to Florida. So I'm gonna go back and repeat what I said at the beginning of the video just for Ant. No. So what happened, Ant, is the car, because of the 9010 Lakewoods in the front, the car was too low to put on the train. So I went to, and we got there with about an hour and a half, about an hour and a half to spare. Car was too low to go on the train. So the only way we could figure out to raise it was to get, I call them spring spreaders. I forget what they're exactly called, but there's a couple screws and nuts, and they widen out the spring so the car sits higher. All in all, by the time I got all that done and got them installed and got back to the train, it was too late. They couldn't put me on the train. So that's why I'm still here. Yeah, you got it, you. that's that's what the problem was. Cold weather is great for the car. Cold weather is terrible for the track. So you gotta find that happy medium, and it's usually in that 45, 50 degrees is where the track kind of starts coming around. Um, so yeah, you gotta kind of cut your losses when it's too cold out. It is what it is, brother. When I said it earlier, probably before you hopped on, that if something is so hard to do, it's probably not worth doing it in the end. Yeah. So it's the wife and I was just like, this, and there was some personal stuff that happened too, literally yesterday, and the day before. So it's like, man, it's just, why is this so hard? It shouldn't be this hard. We should just drive up, get on the train, and be gone. And that's not what happened. Just made it super difficult. And it's like, all right, let's just cut our losses at this point and call it a day. But we did get reimbursed, 100% reimbursement from Amtrak, and we got our points back from our vacation rental too. So our timeshare. So we used our timeshare. We was going to use our timeshare to go down there for the week. They gave us all our points back too, even though for them they weren't supposed to, because you're supposed to buy their insurance beforehand. But they gave us all our points back, so that's cool. I have not spoken to Dan yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to go hit him up on Messenger here in a few minutes. Probably right after we get off here. I'm gonna hit him up on Messenger and see if he'll reimburse me for the track rental and the race day on Saturday. He is, and he's reimbursed me before. I can't remember which one I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the. It was actually a couple years ago. He went ahead and reimbursed me. So if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Hey, at least I got the train money back, and I got the points back from our timeshare. So yeah, and Dan is really reasonable. He's a great guy. And every time I go to the shootouts, I give him a couple minutes on the channel to pump up the MSHS. So yeah, I was gonna give him a couple options. I say, hey Dan, can you give me a refund? If you can't give me a refund, can we push it to the Rock or one of the later races, and kind of go from there. Oh, good. Yeah, like I said, Dan's a great guy. He really is. He understands things happen, life happens, and he's usually pretty good at making things right. Yeah, right. He does own the Rock, that's for sure. That's for sure. Because the Rock the next one, or is it the one after that? I can't remember. I'll have to look, but I may just ask him to do that to push it to the Rock. Uh, Colton, man, you caught me right in time. I was just about to. Rock is in May. Okay. Colton Riggin, hey man, I just bought a 5.7. My goal was to push up to 7,800 horsepower. Any tips on where and how to start? Uh, Colton, if you're going to get into the 7 to 800 horsepower range, you better be ready to drop some coin. A bunch of coin. A whole lot of coin. I'm liking 25 to 30,000. It's going to take you to take a 5.7 to that level. And the only reason I say that is because you're gonna have to swap out the transmission. Your HP 70, you're either gonna have to swap your transmission to a 90, build your 70, or swap to a turbo 400 or some other kind of transmission, because your stock 70 is not gonna hold that kind of power. Hey Don, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. If you're in the chat, but you can follow my recipe to get you there. You can do a Whipple to get you there. It's going to take everything but the kitchen sink to get you there. You're gonna have to do some kind of blower, whichever route you go. You're gonna have to do a blower. You're gonna have to do long tube headers. Probably I would go catless at that point. Catless, 3 inch exhaust all the way back. Um, at that point, you're talking about probably doing a set of heads. I got mine from HHP. You can go way much more than HHP to some of the bigger fellows like T-Tech. They have a great set of heads. A lot of the MSHS guys use those. All the big Hemis use T-Tech heads. It's going to take some coin to get you there. I'm just I'm being straight up and honest as I can. It's going to take you 25 to 30K to get there and keep your car somewhat reliable. Yeah, Hugh, I've been trying to go to Mo Party for a couple years now. I'm almost ready to commit to that, but we'll have to see what happens when we get a little closer. Yeah, Hemi thing is Hemi thing is possible when you got a lot of coin. Uh, all right, Ed. That's and Colton probably. To be honest, that's probably your best advice. Sell the RT and buy a Hellcat. Way much easier to get into that power range with a Hellcat. But if you're going to stick with that 5.7, I'm telling you, it's just going to take you some coin to do it. Um, yeah, Hant, you're 100% right, man. So Colton, if you're still on, um, I'm not saying it's impossible. It because I'm there. I'm in that 750 to 800 range, give or take. Um, but you're basically turning your car into a pro charged or a Whipple Hellcat at that point. To be honest, um, I know some 5.7 guys will kick me in the teeth if I for saying that, but really that's what you're doing, because my entire drivetrain is Hellcat. So I got the HP 90, I got the drive shaft. So once you switch to the 90, you got to buy the drive shaft, another drive shaft. And then I got the 309 rear with the Hellcat Red Eye axles. So, all right, could you call my car a Hellcat? Except I don't have a 6.2, I have a 5.7. Right, exactly. So there you go. There's the truth. I don't care what anybody else tells you. There's the truth. It's going to take you some coin, and you're going to have to swap a lot of parts out. Wins the lotto, buys a Viper ACR and twin. Yeah, put a Calvo twin turbo on it. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I 100% agree with you. I'm on the fence, but even for a 2016, I'm still probably 10 shy of a Hellcat, give or take. Yeah, there you go. Here we go. Right. This is the age old conversation when you talk about building a 5.7. Right. Um, like I said, I'm not saying it can't be done, but I mean, you could get you get a 6.4, put some drop ins in it for $1,500, put a Whipple or a Pro Charger on there for another 10K. What 6.4? Even the new 6.4s. You can even get a 6.4 with drop ins for 10, 12K. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think I'm pretty close. And then drop another 10 in it, 10 to 15 in it. You're in that 25,000 range, right? So it's you was making a little bit of sense there. Now that I'm thinking about the numbers, your comment makes a little bit more sense. But um, yeah, Colton, you could go either way. Buy a 6.4 or even a Hellcat engine. I'm only doing it because I love my 5.7. Right, I've had it since 2016, and I just don't want to get rid of it. I you go through all this and you get some attachment to the car, right? And I just don't want to get rid of it, and I don't want a 6.4. I don't want a 6.2. I don't want it. I want my 5.7. So that's just me and my opinion. And yes, 100% Q. I get you. I'm paying for it, no doubt about it. But yeah, there you go. It's all in where you want to put your money, Colton. It really is. Um, yeah, that's some good advice too. All right, we are past 10 o'clock. I know I started late, and I do like to cut these off at 10. But hey, I appreciate everyone chiming in. Colton, hopefully I answered your question. Sorta. Probably gave you more things to think about than you thought you were gonna get. Um, but everyone, have a great night. Hopefully, cross your fingers. We get some more races in this weekend sometime, and we take a few more shots at that 9. Hopefully, at least get a personal best. But we'll see what happens. But you guys have a great one. We'll see you on the next one. We'll be here next week. Adios.